Inglourious Basterds attracted controversy for its rewriting of history and blending of fantasy and fact. Its 5 chapters follow 2 separate plots to assassinate senior Nazi figures, including Hitler, in a Paris cinema. In the first chapter, Shoshana Dreyfus is introduced, a Jewish girl whose family is murdered by SS officer Colonel Hans Landa. Following that introduction is the introduction of the Bastards, led by Lieutenant Aldo Rain. The Bastards are dedicated to terrorizing and killing Nazis.
Killing Nazis. Sound good? Yes, sir!
Quentin Tarantino is a man who is known for his movie love. Each of Tarantino's films depict pop culture as a higher power. Operation Kino relies on Hammersmark, a star, and Hitchcock's a critic. The Bastards pose as Italian filmmakers. Shoshana runs a cinema in which she assists in the Nazi audience's death.
You know, he's so well versed in cinema, and it's such a great love for cinema, and it's pervasive on set, and he kind of keeps that frenzy, that kinetic energy going.
Aldo Rain, these are the Bastards. Ever heard of us?
Inglourious Basterds, which starts with the title Once Upon a Time, is not obviously a realistic film, on many levels anyway.
I don't 100% accept that, for the simple fact that it's like, you know, I think it's fairly authentic through most of the movie, and you know, but there's also a lot of little things where there's like certain things in the movie where I do a shadow version of what happened in real life, you know. Well, like, you know, like, for instance, the movie that Goebbels is making in my film is Nation's Pride. Well, the movie in real life that he did was a movie called Colesberg, but there are shadows of each other. But where I'm coming from as far as the, you know, there is a section in the movie towards the end where history goes one way and I go the other.
Germans during a gala premiere.
In the final chapter, Hitler, Goebbels, Göring, and Bormann are killed and the war is ended.
She'll take it from there.
In reality, Hitler was not killed in a movie theater. Movie critic Jonathan Rosenbaum called the film deeply offensive as well as profoundly stupid, morally akin to Holocaust denial.
Blow up the mosque.
Violence is a key element of Tarantino's films.
When I'm filming a death scene, I get happier and happier as the day goes on. As I'm getting my shots, I go, oh, I'm getting all the pieces, it's going to work. But when you're really beating someone to death, it couldn't just look physically imposing. You had to see that crazed killer look in his eye. And to do that, you have to conjure up the most painful, darkest stuff from your entire life and bring it right to the surface like it just happened 10 minutes ago. So I noticed at the end of the day, I was just drained.
Eugene Borza, a professor of ancient history at Penn State, said, "There's a difference between historical inaccuracies based on ignorance and sloppy research, and those resulting from the director's conscious decision to alter the past to support his artistic vision."
It's not a documentary on German history. I see that as a piece of art as well, and it does what a piece of art needs to do, and what its responsibility is to open a new perspective onto our world.